All right, all right. Ladies, welcome to Infallible. 7 days, seven universal laws, the formula for guaranteed riches. You made an excellent decision. I just want to tell you, and I want to congratulate you for being here because this experience, it is, it's so much more than about riches. It's so much more than about money and wealth and success. And yes, that's what it's about. But there is something more powerful happening here. There is something far more meaningful that is going on here. And if your soul resonated with my invitation and my call to join me in this experience, it's because we're already connected in the field. There is something that your soul is calling you forward into. And what this is really about is a reclamation of your divine inheritance. That's right, divine inheritance of prosperity, of wealth, of abundance, of overflow, because that is what you are here to experience. You did not come into this life on this planet at this time to suffer. You did not come to struggle. You did not come to force and push and effort your way to a life that you desire. No, quite the contrary. You came here to receive. You came here to embody. You came here to ascend into greater levels of your power, of your wealth, and of your freedom. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that over the course of these 7 days. And if you stick with me every day, I promise you, you are going to experience a shift. You are going to experience a breakthrough. You are going to experience a transformation, but only if you play with me, only if you come and you are willing to go all in. You see, because I'm doing something very different this time. This time, I'm looking for something far grander, far more powerful, far more sacred, because I know who I am and I know what I'm here to do. Now, the last 6 months of this year, I have been leading these experiences, these master classes, these workshops with 100, 150, almost 200 people. And while those numbers feel grand and they feel exciting, there's something that is lost in a room where there are many. People often, they don't get seen, they don't get heard, and they don't show up for themselves. And the reason why they pressed that button and said yes to the invitation. So this time I'm doing something completely different. This is unlike anything I've done all year. And this is the first time. And that's why I'm so excited for this and for you, because I'm looking for something that is intimate. I'm looking for something that is sacred, something that is more connected, because my desire and my intention for you in this experience is that you receive something that helps you ascend into greater levels of your power and your prosperity and your divine inheritance, which is wealth, which is overflow, which is abundance. And so I am honoring you for saying yes and joining me in this way. And let me be fully transparent here and fully clear. If what you hear over the course of these 7 days resonates with you in a deep way, if what you experience and what you feel makes sense and feels aligned, then there is a next step. And that next step is to continue journeying with me in my 6 month experience called Money Mind, where women accelerate, where women break through, where women quantum leap. So I just want you to be fully aware that there will be an invitation coming for you if you desire more, if you like the way you're feeling, if you're seeing the shifts that are unfolding in your everyday life experience. So that'll be coming for you in the coming days. And I just want you to know there's never any pressure, there's never any obligation. I am here in service to serve you so that you can rise up. We're all in this together. So I'm Jessica Marie. Many of you, most of you know who I am because you've been connected with me on social media for quite some time. But I do have some new people that have come into my world, and I'm so excited that you're here. If you're not familiar with me, very quickly, I'm Jessica Marie. I call myself a radical money coach and a mindset mentor. I'm also the author of The Science of Getting Rich for Women, the classic 115-year-old book that I recently updated and annotated specifically for you, for women, with language that speaks directly to your soul as a woman. And I'm going to share with you how, since being connected to this powerful wisdom in this book, my life has completely transformed in a very short period of time. And so I help women to improve their relationship with money, to feel safe and secure and powerful and confident in their relationship with money, regardless of any external circumstances, regardless of how much money you make, what's in your bank, or what's going on in the economy. Nothing, none of that has anything to do with your ability to receive and to rise up. Just a show of hands, or put in the chat. Um, who here is familiar with this classic book? Because this book has been around for 115 years. I just would like to know who here is familiar with The Science of Getting Rich. Nicole definitely read it 4 times. All right, good. That's awesome. This time, Nicole, it's going to land even deeper. This is so perfect. I am so glad you're here. This is awesome. Okay, Pauline, you read it and you read mine. Awesome, awesome. Oh, yes, yes. You will get it. You will. There's no hoping here. There's no hoping. It's all about alignment. It's all about alignment. Yeah, Judy's been in my world. She knows about it. And Catherine, you too. That's awesome. Okay, great. Because see, this book is everything to me. And I have become so passionate about the principles in this book. It is my absolute mission to share it with you so that you too can experience the results that are inevitable, infallible. And that's where I got the title for this experience, because this word infallible comes directly from the science of getting rich. You know, chapter 2 opens, there is a science of getting rich. It is an exact science like algebra or arithmetic. He says there are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. And once these laws are learned and obeyed by any woman, she will get rich with mathematical certainty. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear those words, I feel the power of them. And when I was introduced to this book at the end of 2023, I got so curious that I decided to become a scientist and do an experiment to find out if what he is saying has truth to it. So I did a 90-day experiment called the 90-Day Science of Getting Rich experiment. And for 90 days, I studied the book and I integrated his words, the lessons, the principles with a daily ritual that I'll be teaching you tomorrow called Core 4. And I also knew that if I was going to hold myself to this, I needed accountability because accountability is so important. It is so powerful. Without accountability, most people, they fall off the wagon, and that's completely normal. I know I do. And so I knew that if I was going to do this experiment correctly with integrity, I needed accountability. So I had accountability people hold me accountable, checking in every day, making sure that I did what I needed to do to have integrity in this experiment. And I got to tell you, over the first 3 weeks, I was reading it, I was studying it, I was doing this daily ritual, and I was holding myself accountable with my accountability partners. I didn't notice anything. And by the end of the third week, I was starting to doubt it. I wasn't noticing anything of any consequence in my business, in my life for that matter. But on the 29th day, something happened that would change everything. On the 29th day, an idea came into my awareness. An idea came into my conscious mind. And ideas are the seeds of creation. Everything is created twice, first in the mind, in the imagination, and then second in physical 3D world. So I got an idea and I got inspired. I got excited and I came alive by the thought of this idea becoming something observable in my 3D world. And so I took action. I took aligned action. I started connecting with people, sharing the idea, asking questions. That idea is now what sits in my hands and what is sitting in some of your hands. That idea was the idea to create this book for you, for women. Because as I was reading the book every single day, I understood it was a sign of the times. And this book, when it was written for men because men were the holders of money. And while I understood that and it was okay, in my mind, I was always having to change the pronouns. And I wondered how it would feel reading these words with language that spoke directly to me and my soul as a woman. And within 31 days, a formless idea in my mind became a 3D physical thing in reality. 31 days. That's all it took. That's quantum speed. I call that God speed. When everything is so aligned, every door opened, every pathway seemingly clear. That's alignment. That's when you know something is meant to happen. No pushing, no forcing, no efforting. Everything was a yes. Everything lined up. Absolutely incredible and exciting. And so that one idea then kicked off an incredible year. But by the end of the 90 days, I had all the data for my science experiment. I had all the statistics, the facts, the conclusions. My hypothesis was, I wonder what would happen in my life if I do what Wallace D. Wattles talks about in this book. If I learn the laws, I obey the laws, I inferred that I should notice some increase in my wealth, my success, my results. And by the end of the 90-day experiment, I had all of the data. By the end of 90 days, I increased my business revenue by 354%. I had the highest sales month in my career. I had the highest cash month of my career. I created a new book. I launched a podcast. I created a new passive stream of income and I increased my email list by 35%. Oh, and I started planning for my first live in-person event, all in 90 days. Now, if that doesn't blow your mind and impress you, I'm done here. I don't know what else to tell you because that is absolutely incredible results. And here's the exciting thing for you. If this is possible for me, it's possible for you. I am no different from you. We are all born and created with the same amount of potential and possibility. We are all divine, infinite, spiritual beings. We are all capable of greatness. The only difference between those that will experience it and those that won't is their willingness to take the first step, to say, yes, I'm ready. I deserve this, and I'm willing to do what it takes. The science of getting rich is infallible, which means incapable of being wrong or making mistakes. So, like I said, I'm doing things different this time around. And I want to play. I want to play full out with you. But I only want to play with women who will meet me where I am, who will commit 100% to playing full out, who are willing to show up and willing to do the work. And look there's no judgment. If you decide that you're not ready for this level of calibration, that's okay. There's no judgment. It's all perfect. But if you feel in your heart and soul that now is the time, there has never been a more perfect time than this moment, this now, and you want to play with me 100%, all in, I want you to put all in the comments. I want to know who is with me for the next 7 days. I want to know who's going to play full out with me. I want to know who's going to meet me, who's going to match me with my energy, my frequency, and my vibration, because I'm not here to dabble. I'm not here to sit on the fence. I'm here to rise. I'm here to be a way shower, a guide by your side so that you can rise with me. I'm here to walk with you shoulder to shoulder. There is no hierarchy in my world. We are all in this together. Nicole is all in. Pauline is all in. Michaela's all in. Christine's all in. Judy's all in. Catherine is all in. Stacy's all in. Yes, let's go, ladies. Let's go. I promise you, if you lock arms with me every day, you are going to experience something that you have never experienced before. And at times, you're not going to want to do what it is that I'm inviting you to do because your current conditioning and your current programming wants you to stay where you are. It doesn't want you to step outside of your comfort zone. It doesn't want you to leap into the unknown. But the unknown is where your greatness is. The unknown is where your next level is. And trust me, if you step out into the unknown with me, you're not going to fall. Because if we're arms locked in together, I'm not going to let you fall. This is a powerful, intimate, sacred experience. I'm so happy and excited that you are with me in this. So, what does it look like to be all in? What does it mean to play full out? Well, this is the celebration call. And the fact that you are here with me today on this call live says everything. And at the end, because you are joining me here live, I am going to be giving away a prize. I'm going to be giving away the prize at the end of this celebration call just because I love to play. I love to give prizes away, and it's fun. It's fun to play, and it's fun to win, and it's fun to celebrate other people who are winning. You know, Nikola Tesla, one of the great geniuses of of not our time because he's past, but of humanity, said if you wish to understand the universe, you've got to think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. And playfulness, celebration, this is a whole frequency. And when we can tap into this frequency, we experience magic. When you can celebrate for someone else who has won something, you tap into that magical frequency and then you become a match to experience it yourself. There is no competition ever. There is only creation in this infinite field of potential and possibility. So playing full out means showing up every day. We have 2 live Zoom calls. This is the kickoff call. And then at the end, a week from today at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a celebration call. We're going to have the finale call. We're going to put a beautiful bow on this experience and we are going to conclude. What I love about this experience is that everything in between is happening on Telegram, where there's no time or location limitation. You don't have to worry about being in a certain place at a certain time, looking a certain way so that you can be on camera. No. In Telegram, you just tap in when it's convenient for you. You receive my voice notes, my lessons, and you respond when it feels convenient for you, when it feels aligned for you. That's freedom and location. No limitations. So every day inside the Telegram group, I'm going to be dropping voice notes, teaching you the 7 universal laws, which, by the way, is what Mr. Waddles talks about when he talks about the certain way. There is a certain way of getting rich, and that certain way is by law. The certain way is by law. I know so many people have read this book and they have said to me, I never really got it. What's the certain way? What's the certain way? The certain way is by law. There are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. You've got to know these laws because once you do, you can leverage them. You can use them for your benefit. You are already using these laws consciously or unconsciously, but now it's time to become conscious so that you can become the master of your destiny. So, most of you are inside the Telegram. If you are not inside the Telegram by the end of the day today, you're not going to be in the experience because everything is happening inside the Telegram. So make sure you check your email, click the link in the email, and get inside the Telegram. Now, if you're new to Telegram, you're going to love Telegram. Telegram is great. It is so convenient because it's on the go with you. No matter what you're doing, you can drop in and you can listen, which means you can receive. You can do it while you're walking the dog. You can do it while you're doing the dishes. There's no limitations to what's possible inside this fun, playful platform. Now, if you're already in the Telegram, you know there's been a conversation going on because the pre-party to this event has already kicked off, and it kicked off on the strawberry full moon last Wednesday, which by the way won't happen again for another 18.6 years. So if you're already in there and you've been feeling the vibes of that beautiful energy and frequency that we experienced together, you know how magical it's been. And it's just going to get even more magical. Now, the Telegram group, at the top, there is a section called pinned posts. Now, only I pin posts. Pin posts are things that I want to bring to your attention, things that don't get overlooked in the thread. And so when you go into the Telegram, if you go to the top and you click on pinned posts or pinned messages, those will be all the things that are of importance for you to listen to. I dropped in a powerful activation on the full moon, which I encourage you to listen to. If you want to align with the bold, brave energy of one who is rising, tap into that and allow it to raise your vibration. Now, Telegram is going to change a little bit from this point on out. Right now, it's just been one ongoing thread. But from today until we conclude, it's going to get a little more organized. Now, I don't want you to get overwhelmed with the Telegram. It is not your job or your obligation to catch up with the chat. So, and I say this because I have had people in the past say, "Oh my gosh, I go in there and I see there's so many messages and I don't have time to read them." It is not your job to catch up on the chat. Come in for what you came here for, which is me and the lessons and the wisdom that I'm going to share with you for your greatest good. If it feels fun and if you're curious to know what's been going on, then scroll back and read. But you don't have to do that, and you're not behind if you don't. So what's going to happen now is the Telegram is going to get a little more organized. When you go into the Telegram, there's going to be some threads that are going to open up on the side. And so the conversation is going to become organized. There's going to be one thread for the universal laws, and no one else is going to post in there but me. That's just the thread for me doing the daily lessons for the 7 universal laws. You're going to go in there once a day, at least, and listen to the lesson for that day. There's going to be a few more other threads that are going to open up just to organize the conversation. You don't have to go into all of them, but you can if you want. So there's going to be a thread for accountability, for showing up and doing the thing you said you were going to do. There's going to be a thread for general conversation. So any questions you have, any clarity you need, any connection you would like to make with the other ladies in the experience, that will be in the general conversations thread. And then there's going to be another thread for celebrations, for celebrating shifts, breakthroughs, aha moments. And nothing is too small. In fact, it's the small things that are probably the most important things, because when you can show up and celebrate the smallest thing, like I had a shift in my perspective. I saw something in a new way for the first time. Wow. That then leads to newer things, bigger things. And it's the smaller things that start it all off. So do not be shy. Allow yourself to be seen and heard and witnessed in this experience. We are all in this together. And when you bring your energy and you bring your magic, you make this experience more powerful for all of us. And here's another thing that I want to just touch on, which is being a woman of your word. Men, they have been known for generations, and it's still true to this day. A man can make a deal on his word and a handshake. That is how important a man's word is. If a man gives his word, if he gives his word and he says he's going to do something, if he shakes his hand, that's everything to a man. I want to invite you as women to embody the same integrity. If you give your word that you're all in, that's your handshake. That means something. Make it mean something. Don't then sacrifice yourself because somebody needs to be cared for. This is how women have been programmed for generations. We have been programmed to sacrifice our own well-being to take care of others. But I want you to know that you are the most important person in your life. You are. You've got to fill your cup first. You've got to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul so that you can then go out and give from a place of overflow to those you love and to those who need you. So if you've given your word that you're all in, consider that our handshake. So I expect to see you every day in that accountability thread, checking off or doing whatever it is that you are being invited to do. So that's a little bit about Telegram. I'm going to make sure everyone who wants to be into this experience is in there because that's where everything is happening. I'm going to send one final email out today, probably near the end of the day, with the replay from this live kickoff call and the invitation to join the Telegram if you're all in and you're ready for this. And then the doors are going to close, and whoever is in is in, and whoever is not is not. It's just going to be us, and it's going to be perfect. Okay, so basically, it starts today. The first lesson is going to kick off inside the Telegram later this afternoon. So I would encourage you, if this really means something to you, if you are all in and you are ready for your breakthrough, if you're ready to ascend to your next level, you're ready for the shift, block it into your calendar. 30 minutes a day. Put it in your calendar. Make sure it's there. It's non-negotiable. The best time to do this and fill yourself up is first thing in the morning. If you can focus on you and your mindset, your alignment first thing in the morning, it's going to set your day up for so much success. You're going to feel so good and empowered and confident going into your day. So my best advice for you is to schedule it into your calendar first thing in the morning to do whatever it is that you need to do. And I will be going into the Telegram after this call. I'll be creating those new threads. I will be dropping the first universal law. And I'm so excited to do that. Now, if we are not friends on Facebook already, which I don't think there's anyone who's not, but I'm just going to drop in the chat my Facebook link because I play on Facebook for the most part. I have recently been branching out to Instagram, but that's just been most recent. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, that is my playground. That's where I hang out, and that's where I share a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes, if you're curious. You know what? I do feel like I just want to open this up for a few questions. If there's any clarity, if there's anything I haven't covered, if there's something that you need um, more information on, I want to make sure that you have everything you need so that we can take off because I'm ready to go. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Or have I made everything crystal clear? Okay. Well, while you're thinking about that, I am going to I'm going to write down some names here because I want to give away a prize. I love playing. It's so much fun. Okay. So if you are not familiar with me that much, I love color. I'm a color mirrors practitioner and color mirrors numerologist. I love playing with color mirrors and I love playing with numbers. And so today I want to give away a special color mirrors birthday reading. If you are not familiar with what a color mirrors birthday reading is, what it is, oh, it's so much fun. Basically, you were born on a certain day. That's what you call your birthday. And the day you were born is actually very unique and special to you. And in all of the numbers in the day that you were born, they correspond with certain bottles, certain color mirror bottles in the color mirror system. And so, what I like to do is share with you your color mirrors birthday lineup of bottles. Each bottle has a special message. Now, there's 87 different bottles in this system, so you can see there's so many different messages and combinations of messages. And what a birthday reading is, it's basically sharing with you more insights as to what you came here to learn. What is your incarnation intention in this lifetime? What is your soul path? What are some of your gifts that you came here to give? And of course, your soul lessons. So I would love to share a birthday reading with one lucky winner from today. So I'm going to go ahead and write down your names, and I'm going to put it in my special bucket of the universe. Okay, so I've got Christine in there. I've got Catherine. Now, if you don't want this, make sure you put in the chat that you don't want to receive this, you don't want to win this, so I don't put your name in there, okay? But I think everyone's pretty game. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Nicole, you're going in. Now, yeah, good question. Michaela, you have already had one, so I will do a different type of reading for you. We can do, it doesn't have to be a birthday reading. We can talk about your past, present, and future. We can talk about your business. We can, if you have a specific area of your life you'd like to focus on, we can do that. So you can still receive so much fun and magic in this way. So I've got Stacy, if you want to play, I'm going to put your name in here. And we've got Kim. Now I will be giving away prizes randomly. Like literally, I just get inspired with ideas and I play. So there's nothing to be pre-announced except for the grand prize at the end. I did put it in one of the emails that at the end, those of you who do play full out are going to be put into a draw to win a 2 hour deep dive intensive with me where we can map out not only mindset but strategy for your next steps in your business so that you can accelerate your results so that you can experience a quantum leap in your business or in your life, whatever area that you choose. Okay, so that is a value of $1,111, and that's what I'm going to be giving away at the end for those of you who play full out. So Pauline, if you want to play, I'm putting your name in there. Who else do we got? We got everyone. We got Sylvia and Sam. Let me know if I missed anyone, but I'm pretty sure I got Christine, I got Catherine, I got Nicole, I got Stacy, Kim, Judy, Michaela, yes, Pauline, Sylvia, and Sam. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'll send you a link in Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Hopefully, we're all friends on Facebook. I'll send you a message on Facebook Messenger with the link to book that call, and then I'll ask you a couple questions, and then we'll have some fun with that when the time comes. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So the lucky winner of this Color Mirrors birthday reading is Sylvia. Sylvia, you won a Color Mirrors birthday reading. I can't wait to see what your bottles and your numbers reveal about you and your life path and what you came here to learn and your unique special gifts. This is going to be so much fun. Nicole, you're not on Facebook, but we are friends on Facebook. I'm pretty sure we're friends on Facebook. Oh, you deleted it? Okay, then be friends with me on Instagram. Are you uh are you on Instagram? Congratulations, Sylvia. You're getting some congratulations. That's so beautiful. Okay, ladies, if there are no other questions, Nicole, we are connected on Telegram now. So if there is anything that I need to share with you specifically, personally, intimately, or vice versa, you can always send me a DM on Telegram. So that platform we are connected on. All right, lots of congratulations for you, Sylvia. I'll be reaching out to you shortly, and I will be going into the Telegram, reorganizing the group with the new threads, and dropping the first lesson. Universal law number one. It's a mouthful, and it's the foundation of absolutely everything you are going to build your riches on. All right, ladies, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the Telegram. Mwah. Bye.